Hey, we're here with Imelda May, whose record Mayhem just came out a couple weeks ago here in North America. But you've been a huge star, rock star, overseas, especially in your home country of Ireland, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been at this thing called rock music?
I've been gigging for 21 years.
Really? 21 years? Real?
Mhm. Yeah, 16 I started gigging.
Wow, it's
in
incredible.
Pubs and clubs.
And
you can do your math.
I can't do math, so it doesn't really matter. 28, right? You're 28. Is that
Yeah.
is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you've been doing this for a while now, and it must be crazy that you're getting your big break in North America now, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's good. Well, I've only started my own band and do my own music because I was in other people's bands for many years. Actually, no, I lie. The first band I had of my own band, I was only 17, 18. I started up my own band. And I was getting a new band each week doing the same songs. Was my bright idea. Hell of a lot of work.
Right.
Trying to do rehearsals with a new band every week. But it was very interesting. And but no, with this music that I'm doing now, with my own stuff.
Yeah.
The reason why I left the other bands is I was writing. I was always writing.
Right.
But I was itchy feet and I really needed to do it. So it's probably about 4 years ago. So since I should have done it years ago.
Right.
Well, since I started with my own band, and then started doing my own songs, then I'll just kicked off really quickly.
Has the style always been the same in terms of the kind of music that you were playing, or is it only now that you have your own band that you're able to actually embrace, rockabilly and the blues stuff that you're doing, or has it always been that sound for you?
No, when I was in other bands.
Yeah.
Well, funny enough, it's all the music that I'm writing that's influenced me songs.
Yeah.
I learnt me trade I've never studied music or gone to music college,
Right.
so I learnt me trades in bands.
Right.
So I was in a rockabilly band, I was in a country band, I was in a soul band, I was in a blues band, I was in a big band, big swing band,
Right.
and rhythm and blues band, and then I did traditional Irish sessions all the time with my family.
So it's the musical stew that's led you to the music that you're making now, right?
Exactly.
What are some of for people who don't know your sound, what are some of the influences of the sound that you're making today?
Who?
Yeah.
Well, my first, I stole a cassette from my brother's bedroom, as
Really?
teenagers
Does
do.
he know that?
Yeah, he's quite happy. And it was, well, first of all, I was brought up in it's a big it's not a big family in Ireland, 5 kids and my parents.
That's a big family.
7 of us in a 2-bedroom house. My parents are still there in Dublin.
Right.
And so it meant we'd have just one record player. There's none of this going to your own private room and closing your door with your own sound system.
Right.
So it means I got to hear great music all my life from the day I was born.
Right.
My dad was playing Glenn Miller and Turk Murphy and big band stuff. My mum was into Dean Martin and Judy Garland, and my older brothers and sisters were into Meatloaf, the Rolling Stones, David Bowie, the Specials.
Right.
And this particular brother was into Elvis, Eddie Cochran, Gene Vincent, and that's the stuff that I played on my cassette player, and it just blew my mind. It was wild. Gene Vincent's Blue Caps screaming in the background slightly freaked me out, which I liked.
Yeah. Did you sing along at that
I
early
learnt
age?
every word. That
Right.
age, I was 13.
Right.
So that age, you get really obsessive, and
Yeah.
I learnt the interviews and everything. I could do every breath with the tape.
Wow.
So I got really into that, and then I got into other music, Wanda Jackson, of course, early Elvis stuff, and
Well,
Johnny Cash.
let's talk about Wanda Jackson, because
Yeah.
I just saw on YouTube that you performed with her a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
What was that like to be on
Brilliant.
stage with Wanda?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
She's a brilliant woman.
Yeah.
I first met her in Kilburn in London through a guy I knew, John Donnelly, had done some gigs with. He organised gigs with Wanda for a while, and it was his clever idea to put the two of us together. And me and my band opened for her, and then my band stayed on with her band during her part of the gig.
Right.
Excuse me, I have an eyelash that keeps
It's
itching
okay.
me here. And then she said, let's do some songs together.
Wow.
So it was great to sing with her. And then on this tour this time around, we did 3 dates in, it was New York, Philadelphia and Washington, wasn't that right? And then she asked me up again to sing with her. So I got to duet with with Wanda. Unfortunately, I fluffed one of the most famous lines that I know back to front just because she threw it at me and said,
Right.
"You sing." And for a split second, I'm thinking, "Oh my God, I'm singing 'Let's Have a Party' with Wanda Jackson." Me mind just went, "Ooh."
That'll happen when
I
you're...
was kicking myself after. So the next night, I was thinking, I hope she asks me again so I can do it properly. I'll be calmer. And she said, "Would you do it again?" I went, "Yes."
Yes.
So I got to redo it and do it properly. Unfortunately, that one's not on YouTube.
It's all right. But quite a thrill probably to
Huge thrill.
listen to somebody all your life and get a chance to play with her, right? Or sing
Huge
with
thrill.
her.
That's why I went blank. It was like, you know, name one of your heroes and you're standing on stage doing one of their famous songs with them. You're like, your mind just goes a bit crazy. Yeah. So she's brilliant. She's a great musician.
Yeah.
She's a great songwriter.
And from everything I hear, a really wonderful person too, right?
Great person, terrific entertainer.
Yeah.
Sassy as well. She's good kick to her, which I love.
Yeah.
There's no flies on her, as they say. I don't know if you use that expression over here.
No, but I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she's really, really sweet, lovely woman, and clever and sexy and classy. I mean, she's everything I hoped that she would be, you know.
Right. So you're on tour now in North America, touring this record. You're playing a date here tonight in Toronto, and then you're going to be going to Lollapalooza and joining in all that craziness, right?
Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to at Lollapalooza? Are there
just being there.
Are there specific artists that you're excited to see?
Well, there's Two Door Cinema Club, which is a good Dublin band, which will be there.
Oh,
so
that's right. Yeah.
I look forward to seeing them. There's I love the Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah.
And there's a few bands that I haven't heard of that I've been told to look out for. So I'm gonna check them out while I'm there.
How long are you here in North America? Are you going to be touring extensively, or is this just a short little
little stop? We're doing all of this part of the world.
Yeah.
Including the States. Just we only had a month, and that's we were doing a lot of TV and radio and stuff like that as well. So it's a short amount of time to do such a big area. And so Canada is, as we're moving up, then we luckily got into Canada, and we're doing like only three dates in Canada, and then moving down that. So we'll be back though.
You've done Jay Leno. You're doing Explore Music today.
Yes.
And Conan. So basically, you've hit the 3 hotspots that you need to do in North America.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Continued success, and I can't wait for you to really make a big noise here in North America with the record.
I hope so. I'm going to make big noise tonight, I hope, with the band.
Yeah, and we'll hopefully see you real soon.
Thanks very much for taking the time.
Thank you.
Explore Music wears English Laundry apparel.